Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Fight Podcast for UFC 259. Israel Adesanya versus Jan Blachowicz, Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson, and Bantamweight Championship के लिए पीटर यान versus Aljamain Sterling. और आज मेरे साथ है मेरा दोस्त निहज.
हेलो.
वैसे बहुत टाइम के बाद एक ऐसा कार्ड आया है जहाँ पे 3 टाइटल फाइट्स हो. लास्ट कार्ड which I remember is UFC 251. जहाँ पे वापस वी हैड पीटर यान वर्सेस जोजे ऑल्डो फॉर द चैम्पियनशिप. उसके साथ वी हैड वोल्कानोव्स्की वर्सेस हॉलोवे 2 विच वाज अ वेरी गुड फाइट, एंड उस्मान वर्सेस मासुडाल हुआ था. वाज अ वेरी 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 फन कार्ड. आई थिंक पेपर व्यू के हिसाब से दैट वाज द नंबर 1 और नंबर 2 कार्ड इन द होल ईयर. एंड despite having a lot of potential 2021 में, people are already saying कि ये जो कार्ड होने वाला है, this probably is the best card this year will offer, because ये 3 टाइटल फाइट्स के साथ we also have Islam Makhachev versus Drew Dober and Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic, और Dominic Cruz is coming back after his title fight against Henry Cejudo to fight Casey Kenny. चलिए शुरू करते हैं मेन इवेंट से. अगर मैं अडेसानिया के बारे में बोलना चाहूँ तो अडेसानिया जॉइंड UFC on Feb 10th 2018 and he is very famous because एक साल के अंदर he was able to get the title in the division. He had a lot of very impressive wins. एक बहुत सबको पता होगा डेरेक ब्रांसन के साथ उसका फाइट था जहाँ पे वो उसको बहुत स्किनी बोलता था, and then he pieced him up and got a TKO in round 1. And ये टाइम तक अडेसानिया, if I have to say कि थोड़ा सा उसका कंपैरिजन किया जाता है कॉनर मैकग्रेगर के साथ, बिकॉज जो उसका स्टाइल है, उसका स्वैग है, बहुत लोगों को बहुत कैची लगता था. इवन उसका जो फाइटिंग स्टाइल था कि वो बड़े बड़े लोगों को बहुत टेक्निकली बट वेरी नाइसली नॉकआउट कर देता था.
वही सेम थिंग लाइक मैकग्रेगर स्ट्राइकर एंड एट द सेम टाइम करिश्मा, तो एंटरटेनिंग टू वॉच. एंड इसका एक और पॉपुलेशन था, द वी पॉपुलेशन, द एनिमे वाचिंग पॉपुलेशन को भी इसने he was hitting all the right pockets when it came to like ऐसे fans.
हाँ, एक्चुअली इवन मैं लाइक जब नोटिस फर्स्ट किया था तो इट वाज बिकॉज एक तो लास्ट टाइम बेंडर उसका निकनेम है, व्हिच इज रेफरेंस टू अवतार द लास्ट एयर बेंडर, एंड उसके पेट में देयर इज अ सील टाइप ऑफ टैटू जो इफ यू गाइस नो नारुतो से आया है. ही इवन डज ऑल दिस हैंड जिट्सूस हैंड साइंस. एंड मुझे वन थिंग बहुत याद है. मैं रिसेंटली एक भाई को ऐसे दिखा रहा था उसका करियर बिफोर कॉस्टा फाइट, एंड उसने फर्स्ट फाइट में जब आया था तो उसने ही ट्राइड ऐसा कि जिप खोला और थोड़ा सा ऐसे सुसु किया ऐसा टाइप. उसने एक्टिंग किया. दैट वाज लाइक यू आर सेइंग आई एम द डॉग एंड आई वाज मार्किंग माय टेरिटरी, एंड मार्किंग द टेरिटरी ही डिड. उसके बाद से फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ही इज अनडिफीटेड टिल नाउ इन MMA, प्रोफेशनल MMA at least, and उसने जो करियर ग्रोथ दिखाया है आई थिंक बहुत कम लोगों ने दिखाया अब तक. 1 ईयर के अंदर ही गॉट द टाइटल, एंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इवन इन दैट इज कि एक ऐसा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस था जहाँ पे विटेकर वाज सपोज्ड टू विटेकर वर्सेस गैस्टलम का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होने वाला था. कोमेन इवेंट पे था अडेसानिया वर्सेस एंडरसन सिल्वा, एंड लाइक इफ यू सी दैट पिक्चर उस टाइम से उसका जो ट्रैजेक्टरी था इट वाज लाइक ही बीट सिल्वा, उसके नेक्स्ट इमीडिएटली ही बीट गैस्टलम, एंड वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फाइट्स प्रोबेबली इन दैट डिवीजन बिकॉज इजीली फाइट ऑफ द ईयर था उस साल का. he went to 5 very very good rounds against Kelvin Gastelum and won the interim title. And then the last person remaining from that press conference was Robert Whittaker, the champ. He also managed to beat him all in just a single year. It started from February 9th and he got the title by October 5th, which is a span of like how many? 8 months or something?
Yeah, Silva was in Feb, फिर अप्रैल में गैस्टलम, अक्टूबर में Whittaker.
Adesanya, when he fought Whittaker, even though it looked competitive, and थोड़े लोग अभी भी ऐसे हैं जो कहते हैं कि वो जो उसने मारा वो ब्लाइंड शॉट था, उसने आंखें बंद करके मारा था, ऐसा समथिंग, बट ही मैनेज टू लैंड दैट सेम स्ट्राइक लाइक 3 times इन दैट फाइट. जो उसका ऐसे पीछे जाने के बाद स्ट्राइक है ना,
हाँ मतलब काउंटर पंच किया
basically like he was retreating back and then
like retreating counter punch किया.
and not just once, thrice in that fight, like I said, and even against Costa भी उसने same eventually land किया था. And then he stopped Robert Whittaker in his own country, Australia में, which was very symbolic for that area of the world. And I think UFC में it was the event with the highest audience, like 50,000 का capacity था उस stadium में, and the whole stadium was full. And Adesanya के बारे में अगर if I have to say, like he's also tried to remain active as much as possible. Like Costa जब injured था, तो he took a Romero fight, and obviously it's not the best fight to talk about, but still let's say कि हाँ बंदा he likes to defend. He's not just unlike Conor, if I have to compare. Conor के career में they have a criticism कि he never defended his titles. Adesanya is making sure to break that, like he's defended it like 2 times now. Romero को उसने unanimous decision से हराया, and against Paulo Costa, the guy who everyone considered कि बहुत strong होगा, बहुत competitive हो सकता है fight, he made it look very easy. He landed a lot of leg kicks, and eventually जब Costa felt the sense of urgency कि अच्छा अभी जाके कुछ करेंगे, Adesanya just finished the fight. He landed the strike, फिर नीचे जब गया तो he made sure to finish it. And here we are. That's where Adesanya का career has been till now. अभी अगर हम middleweight का scene देखें, it's like Whittaker ने most of the लोगों को हरा दिया है. And all respect to Robert Whittaker, because Whittaker उसका ऐसा career, title career इतना अच्छा ना हो, like he only beat Romero, टू जो कट नहीं किया, ऐसा बहुत लोग आर्ग्यू करते हैं, बट सिंस देन इज ऑल्सो मैनेज टू बीट मोस्ट ऑफ द कंटेंडर्स इन द डिवीजन. Adesanya को जो भी चैलेंजेस नए फ्रेश मिलने चाहिए थे, Whittaker इज मेकिंग श्योर कि वो सबको एलिमिनेट करे. लाइक ही रिसेंटली बीट Darren Till, जो Adesanya अभी भी बोलता रहता है कि आई वांट टू फाइट Darren Till someday. And there was Jared Cannonier, he was calling him the dark horse of the division. Whittaker was able to beat him too very dominantly. Even next अभी Whittaker versus Costa होने वाला है, and ऐसा कोई serious contender है नहीं अभी इस division में जो हम बोल सके कि yeah, this is the clear contender who should fight Adesanya. If there is someone, that is Robert Whittaker itself. Rematch हो तो ठीक है, otherwise I think अभी nobody else even deserves that spot. And meanwhile, interesting thing is light heavyweight division में John Jones was reigning champ for a long time. Like John Jones के बाद से only Daniel Cormier was the champ, and even that was because John Jones got tested positive for steroids and all. And like you can argue, बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि George St. Pierre is the greatest of all time in the fighters wise, but there is always an argument of John Jones. Why not John Jones? Because he has never lost exactly. एक उसका career में loss है. That is also because of disqualification.
वो भी fix कर दिया ना अभी. वो change कर दिया ना अभी, I think. और they're still working on it.
वो बहुत time से actually वो लोग try कर रहे हैं कि no contest करें, but allow नहीं कर रहे वो लोग. अभी भी वो ऐसा ही है. तो there is like a lot of intrigue. One of the main reasons जो मुझे याद है Adesanya wants to go up first, because he said he wants to face John Jones in 2021. उसने Raiders Stadium जुलाई ऐसा predict किया था, जो अभी थोड़ा सा मुश्किल लग रहा है because John Jones is trying to move to heavyweight division. But interestingly, John Jones जब heavyweight division की तरफ गया, या उसने अपना light heavyweight का title relinquish कर दिया. That was the first time there was a title vacant and DC or John Jones were not handling it through the whole decade. From 2010 से अगर मैं compare करूँ तो. And इंटरेस्टिंगली जॉन जोन्स का जो लास्ट फाइट था लाइट हेवीवेट में वाज अगेंस्ट डोमिनिक रेयस, who was also another undefeated fighter at that time. And I at least thought कि Dominic Reyes won the fight. Like it was looking like he would get the decision. But it went to a split decision and John Jones retained the title, if you can say that. And जब ये टाइटल वेकेट हुआ तो ऑब्वियस कंटेंडर वाज डोमिनिक रेस कि डोमिनिक रेस के बिना तो यू कांट हैव द टाइटल फाइट. The other guy who everyone agreed on was a debate actually. It was either Jan Blachowicz or what's the other guy, man? Thiago Santos. लोग बहुत आर्ग्यू कर रहे थे कि थियागो सांटोस also probably would have had defeated John Jones. ऐसा लोग कह रहे थे. He also got a split decision. So people are interested to see either of these fight for the title. And मुझे याद है मैं जब ये फाइट अनाउंस हुआ था कि डोमिनिक रेस विल फाइट यान ब्लाहोविच, I was very clearly thinking कि डोमिनिक रेस इज द नेक्स्ट चैम्प फॉर द डिवीजन बिकॉज एक तो वो अनडिफीटेड था, उसने जस्ट द ग्रेटेस्ट फाइटर पॉसिबली जॉन जोन्स को ऑलमोस्ट हरा दिया था. लाइक मुझे थियागो सैंटोस फाइट में फिर भी लगा था कि जॉन जोन्स डिड इनफ, बट डोमिनिक रेस वाला मेनी पीपल इवन द मीडिया पीपल सेड कि he should have got the decision. So somewhere Jan Blachowicz was obviously being sidelined because उसका career में he had lost to Thiago Santos via TKO and overall तभी तक he had 8 losses and all, looked like someone who's not exactly a champ, right? Championship material जैसा नहीं लग रहा. Interestingly even जब Luke Rockhold fight हुआ था उसका, I remember Luke Rockhold was just returning and सब लोग they were thinking कि he has a very good chance. Even Luke Rockhold तो उसको completely ये कर रहा था, ignore कर रहा था, कह रहा था अच्छा ये मेरे ये practice fight है, उसके बाद next मैं किसी champion जॉन जोन्स को या किसी और को fight करूँगा, discard कर रहा था completely. And then Jan Blachowicz went and knocked him out in second round. That was the first time I also noticed him very carefully कि अच्छा this guy does have very good power. And then interestingly एक और middleweight who went to light heavyweight was Jacare Souza. तब तक he was probably top 5 में one of the very good contenders in the division. He had just lost to Jack Hermansson and he thought कि अभी light heavyweight अगर जाएंगे it would be the best time. And he looked healthy. He said he was in the best shape. And incidentally, like Luke Rockhold के time पे I thought Luke Rockhold might beat him. Jacare के time पे even I thought कि Jacare has very good skills to beat him. And eventually Jan Blachowicz got a split decision. It was not exactly a very क्या बोलते हैं aggressive fight as such, but good enough to get the victory.
Yeah.
And then the fight which actually gave him the title contention, which was Corey Anderson. कोरी एंडरसन का मुझे याद है जॉनी वॉकर करके एक फाइटर था who was known for his quick knockouts and in a very unorthodox fashion. उसका 2 करियर फाइट्स था यूएफसी में. एक में ही लैंडेड अ फ्लाइंग नी और एक में ही लाइक बैक फिस्ट ऐसे लैंड करने गया एंड ही you would never imagine कि ऐसा कोई लैंड करेगा. Like it wasn't even a strike, it was a fist from somewhere while rotating. तो एवरीवन थॉट कि ऐसा कोई पर्सन है जो जॉन जोन्स को हरा सकता है, कि वो ऐसा कुछ कर दे अनऑर्थोडॉक्स जॉन जोन्स कभी एक्सपेक्ट ना करे. तो ही हैड अ लॉट ऑफ हाइप एंड कोरी एंडरसन मीनवाइल डिवीजन में बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग कंटेंडर था, बट उतना कुछ ऐसा सिग्निफिकेंट विन ऐसा नहीं था वो टाइम तक. तो व्हेन ही बीट जॉनी वॉकर इन राउंड 1 इटसेल्फ, TKO था, तो ही गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ अटेंशन. उसका तो एक वायरल मीम ही हो गया कि वो कह रहा था देयर इज लेवल टू दिस, देयर इज लेवल्स टू दिस. एंड क्लियरली लाइक ये टाइम पे आई रिमेंबर वन इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग व्हिच आई वाज नोटिसिंग कि देयर वाज सम काइंड ऑफ अ कर्स व्हिच वाज हैपनिंग फॉर एनीवन हु सेड जॉन जोन्स का नाम. लाइक लूक रॉकवेल जब आया था इस सेट कि मैं जॉन जोन्स को फाइट करूंगा, ही गॉट नॉक्ड आउट. क्रिस वेडमैन था जो वापस मिडिल वेट से लाइट हेवीवेट आया, ही वाज सेइंग कि ही विल फाइट जॉन जोन्स अगर हुआ तो. ही आल्सो गॉट फिनिश्ड बाय डोमिनिक रेस इटसेल्फ. एंड जॉनी वॉकर, जब सब लोगों ने उसको जॉन जोन्स के बारे में ये कंपेयर करना स्टार्ट किया, ही आल्सो गॉट नॉक्ड आउट. इनफैक्ट कोरी एंडरसन ने ये वाला फाइट जो यान ब्लावेज का फाइट था, उससे पहले जॉन जोन्स को बोला था कि मैं जॉन जोन्स के साथ फाइट करूंगा नेक्स्ट, आई एम द क्लियर कंटेंडर इन द डिवीजन. ही गॉट नॉक्ड आउट. ये डिवीजन में भी नहीं, लाइक लॉट ऑफ पीपल, इवन लाइक कोल्बी कविंगटन फॉर एग्जांपल, वो जॉन जोन्स को ट्रैश टॉक किया. Kamaru Usman TKO'd him right after that. Like I noticed the timeline also. And वो तो छोड़, मेरा सबसे फेवरेट फाइटर टोनी फर्ग्यूसन. He was never ever stopped in his career by strikes.
Yeah.
He went on to say कि मैंने कॉलेज में रेसल किया था जॉन जोन्स के साथ, and he said some things like जॉन जोन्स ने कुछ उल्टा बोला, कुछ उसका मेंटल स्टेट ठीक नहीं है, ऐसा ऐसा कुछ बोला. And all the fans attacked John कि ऐसा नहीं बोलते, you're disrespecting someone with mental illness or something. And then he actually, like Tony is the type of guy जिसको John Jones भी sorry बोलता है. He apologized to Tony. But after that, Tony also got stopped by Justin Gaethje. Though I noticed a lot of people ऐसा हुआ. DC bro, Daniel Cormier जो था, he got stopped by Stipe right after this thing. Like जैसे उसने ये बोला ना कि जॉन जोन्स ये वो टाइटल वेकेट किया ना उसने लाइट हेवीवेट का, तो आफ्टर दैट ही गॉट स्टॉप्ड. तो इट्स लाइक अ कर्स जो चल रहा था कि जो भी जॉन जोन्स के बारे में कुछ भी बोलता है, नेक्स्ट फाइट में ही गेट स्टॉप्ड. एंड तो आई वाज रनिंग दिस नैरेटिव ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम कि डोमिनिक रेस ने जॉन जोन्स के बारे में कुछ बोला है, अडेसानिया ने जॉन जोन्स के बारे में कुछ बोला है जस्ट बिफोर द टाइटल फाइट्स. देखते हैं कि कर्स रहता है कि क्या होता है. एंड just like I said, Jan Blachowicz incidentally went on and knocked out Dominic Reyes in round 2, जो undefeated था, and I didn't think कि कभी होगा नहीं. Jan Blachowicz was able to do the impossible, and he finally got the light heavyweight title. And ये time तक I thought okay, आज तो Adesanya will lose because he was fighting Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
And if my calculations are right, Adesanya is one of the very few guys was actually thrashing John Jones a lot, and still managed to win his title fight after that. He managed to beat Costa in round 2. So this was by the way UFC.
Which one?
253. This was UFC 253 जहाँ पे
Adesanya versus Costa, Reyes versus
Blachowicz दोनों साथ में हुआ था. And इंसिडेंटली लास्ट कार्ड भी उन दोनों ने साथ में फाइट किया, इस कार्ड भी दोनों साथ में फाइट कर रहे हैं, बट अगेंस्ट ईच अदर, विच इज़ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. तो लाइक Adesanya माइट बी अनडिफीटेड, बट देयर इज अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग विच यान ब्लावेज को सब लोग कहते हैं कि ही हैज़ अ लेजेंडरी पोलिश पावर, विच इज़ वेरी इंडिकेटिव ऑफ हिम कि उसने डोमिनिक रेस का पूरा राइट साइड का एरिया लाल कर दिया था, chest area. And one of the reasons कि Dominic Reyes was not able to defend after that, like he got hurt clearly and he was compromised, and then he was also rocked by his strength. So Jan Blachowicz always has that क्या बोलते हैं strength advantage that he can knock out anyone. And इनका जो weight discrepancy है, it's very very clear. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले weigh in हुआ जहाँ पे Adesanya weighed in at 200.5. That is like 4.5 pounds below the weight limit of light heavyweight division. And like even उसका जो photos अगर हम देखेंगे, it's very clear कि Adesanya has not exactly gained weight a lot for fighting in this division. He's like in the same weight range almost. And even if you look at both of them together, ऐसा लगता है कि यार Blachowicz is clearly the bigger guy, right? There is no debate in that, and even his muscles, everything is much bigger. So let's see. I don't know how much it will play a factor, but definitely if Adesanya gets hit with some good leg strikes, body strikes, it is going to hurt him a lot. वैसे what do you think? Who will win this fight?
I think Adesanya can play this smartly. He's definitely the faster guy, if not the more like powerful. But you can't ignore Jan's power. But I'd say Israel might win because usme he's faster and he's more precise.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I agree. Like, maybe सोच रहा हूँ कि Adesanya will win. And let's see John Jones का curse whether it has a late effect. अगर Jan Blachowicz, if Jan Blachowicz beats Izzy,
Yeah.
he would have defeated 2 undefeated fighters one by one, which is like a very very big thing to do. Like imagine Khabib Usman को हरा दिया किसी ने one by one. That guy is clearly one of the greatest fighters. Would be one of the biggest achievements. So there is a very good chance कि इसके बाद sometime John Jones might return back to 205.
Yeah.
And like I said, John Jones is one of the main reasons Adesanya is coming to the 205 division.
Yeah.
Because he thinks कि आगे जाके John Jones will have a fight with him. And who knows? Like let's say Stipe versus Francis हुआ, someone won the match. John Jones is the clear next guy who will fight him करके ऐसे Dana White ने बोला पहले. तो if John Jones gets the heavyweight title, तो there might be a chance कि triple क्या बोलते हैं contention के लिए जा सकते हैं. Izzy might go to the heavyweight division also, chasing John Jones. एक ऐसा बहुत पॉपुलर नैरेटिव है, आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट कि Izzy is the one who's scared. ऐसा बहुत लोग करते हैं. Even John Jones भी कहते हैं कि Izzy is not ready. And like it doesn't make sense, but कि John Jones is actually moving up. He's like right when Izzy is planning to come up, John Jones is going up. And then the fight can only be possible if Izzy goes even higher. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, but whenever अगर John Jones versus Izzy हुआ, अगर Adesanya got the title, of course, then that's one of the biggest fights that can happen in UFC.
Yeah.
For sure. And अगर Blachowicz जीता तो भी, it's like one of the most interesting things कि उसने 2 undefeated fighters को हराया, and John Jones is pretty much undefeated. So who knows? He might get a hat trick. And anything is possible. Actually, कोई भी जीते ये fight, डिवीजन के लिए it's going to affect in a very very interesting way.
Yeah.
वैसे next fight जो है clearly like one side पे we have to acknowledge कि Amanda Nunes is clearly the women's greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah.
उसने जो करियर में किया है अब तक, रोंडा राउजी को हराया, मीशा टेट को हराया, उसके बाद जाके हॉली होम को हराया, जर्मेन डे रैंडमी को हराया जो 145 की चैंप थी एक टाइम पे, एंड फिर ऑफ कोर्स वैलेंटिना शेवचेंको के साथ उसने 2 बार फाइट किया है. सेकंड फाइट वाज स्लाइटली क्लोजर, बट दोनों टाइम नूनेस गॉट द डिसीजन. शी इज वेरी वेल नोन फॉर वन ऑफ द रीजंस बीइंग कि शी आल्सो डिफीटेड क्रिस साइबो टू विन द 145 का टाइटल एंड बिकेम द डबल चैंप. जिन्होंने नहीं देखा, इट्स वेरी क्विक फाइट, यू कैन गो वॉच इट. नूनेस वर्सेस साइबॉग करके टाइप करो. अगर नहीं देखा है तो डेना वाइट के ट्विटर में जाओ या इंस्टाग्राम में जाओ, वो उसका प्रोमो ही लगा रहा है. मैंने रिसेंटली एक प्रोमो देखा जहाँ पे नथिंग एल्स, सिर्फ नूनेस साइबॉग को नॉकआउट करने का दिखा रहा है, लाइक लूप में. पता है, it's like almost कि डेना doesn't like Nunes, doesn't like Cyborg.
He made it very clear कि उसको पसंद ही नहीं हो.
Yeah. But usually ऐसा होता है ना कि हाईलाइट जब दिखाते हैं तो दूसरे फाइट्स दिखाते हैं, बट डेना ऐसा स्माइली फेस डाल के एक पोस्ट डालता है जहाँ पे सिर्फ नूनेस नॉकआउट कर रही है बार बार. And
but it was one of the most oh shit moments.
Of course, yeah. जब वो फाइट हुआ था, I was like, oh यार साइबॉग के साथ फाइट कर रही है, she'll definitely lose, ऐसा मुझे फीलिंग था. Okay, because clearly साइबॉग is very powerful.
She's terrifying.
And Nunes was like ऐसा, उसको थोड़ा सा भी डर नहीं था, ऐसा लग रहा था. पता है, she just went ahead. Like कई उसने उसको नॉकआउट कर दिया सीधा जाके, विच इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. एक्चुअली लास्ट फाइट जब नूनेस का हुआ था, आई वॉज काइंड ऑफ रूटिंग अगेंस्ट हर. आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि शी गॉट टायर्ड अगेंस्ट जर्मीन डिरांडली फॉर द 135 का फाइट, एंड आई थॉट सेकेंड राउंड अराउंड हाँ शी वॉज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक अभी नॉकआउट हो जाएगी, ऐसा हुआ था नूनेस का. बट देन शी रिकवर्ड, शी डिड सम टेक डाउन्स. 2-3 राउंड्स तक शी जस्ट हेल्ड द पोजिशन टॉप में. एंड इवन कमेंट्री में कह रहे थे ओके चैम्प इज playing her cards well, ऐसा all the things like she's stalling kind of, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought Felicia Spencer is a very good grappler. अगर वो ground पे गया तो she'll dominate. But Amanda Nunes made a very very dominant statement. उसने आते ही Felicia Spencer को take down किया, and वहाँ से उसने उसको बहुत ground and pound किया, and she dominated almost the entire fight. ऐसा एक भी time नहीं था जहाँ पे Felicia Spencer looked like she can have a chance, she can do something. And for me, like it's not like there was any doubt as such कि वो greatest है, but जब वैसे उसने dominate किया, then I at the present like either 135 or 145, I don't find many people who can actually beat her.
Yeah.
And that being said, like Valentina Shevchenko is one more like fighter जो उसके division में she's almost having crazy odds. Like मुझे याद है Shevchenko versus Maya जब हुआ था UFC 255, Shevchenko का winning odds था -1600 आया, and Maya like +900 पे थी. जिनको betting odds का नहीं पता, like every 100 is double ऐसा कुछ होता है ना?
I have no idea. All I know is the lesser it is, the more favorited you are.
usually hundreds या 200 300 यहाँ पे होता है. 1000 के क्रॉस होना is very unlikely. And title fight में Shevchenko had -1600. लोग इतना श्योर थे कि Shevchenko जीतेगी. And एक पॉइंट था जहाँ पे Jennifer was able to take her down and all. लोग को बहुत टेंशन हुआ कि अरे यार पैसा निकल जाएगा सबका. But she managed to get the decision, and like she handled it like a champ basically. वैसे जिनको नहीं पता, नेक्स्ट कार्ड में Shevchenko is
fighting Andrade 261.
261 हुआ क्या? Okay. 261 में Shevchenko is fighting Jessica Andrade, which I believe is going to be one of the best women's title fight in the women's history, UFC history. एंड अगर हम ये फाइट के बारे में बोले, मेगन एंडरसन के बारे में वर्सेस नूनेस, कितना ऑड्स है एक बार चेक करना स्नेहज.
I think it's -1165 for Nunes, +700 for Anderson. So it's
which is a lot because 1000 plus बहुत कम ही जाता है जैसे.
Yeah, वही. वैसे भी like Megan Anderson is not like I haven't seen a single fight of hers actually. Like honestly, I haven't seen a single fight of hers, and she's more popular off the ring than in the ring. अब
actually उसका recently Twitch में there is something called Twitch का member या ऐसा कुछ partner.
Okay. Yeah, she's a Twitch partner.
She got that. Yes, she got it recently.
सही है.
She just said कि 1.3% of the total Twitch का streamers get that opportunity, which is very
Twitch
less.
partner. हाँ मतलब I think पता नहीं, like ऐसे मेरे को थोड़ा skewed सा लग रहा है that ये this thing. I mean हाँ मतलब skewed मतलब as in there's a ton of people.
ज़्यादा हो सकता है.
हाँ, there's a ton of people. Like वो 1.3 is a lot actually. मतलब I didn't know about this कि she's a Twitch partner now. ऐसा होगा कुछ तो अभी, like ऐसे everyone is a Twitch partner these days, bro.
Okay. वैसे I have seen her fights. उसका interestingly उसका जो Felicia Spencer के बारे में अभी मैंने बोला, who last fought Nunes, she lost to Felicia Spencer when Felicia debuted. Okay. And उसके बाद he beat two people, Zara Fan dos Santos and Norma Dumont. इस डिवीजन में ऐसे ज़्यादा फाइटर्स है नहीं अभी, तो इट्स लाइक यू कैन से these four are the only fighters in the division. And one interesting thing how she sold it was when she defeated Norma Dumont in round 1. She said, "I am the only fighter in the division who has a win streak."
Oh.
And that was because Felicia had just lost to Cyborg उससे plus पहले. तो very like she knows, she's smart enough to know how to sell
fights.
Her fights. But that said, of course उसके पास थोड़ा सा एडवांटेज है, दैट इज उसका रीच हाइट क्लियरली बहुत ज्यादा है नूनेस से एंड दैट इज वन रीजन शी माइट बी एबल टू बी कॉम्पिटिटिव। अगर उसने बहुत अच्छा स्ट्राइक्स लैंड किया, नूनेस को हर्ट किया, कॉम्प्रोमाइज किया, एनीथिंग इज पॉसिबल। ऑफ कोर्स इट इज MMA, कोई भी जीत सकता है किसी भी दिन में। बट इफ आई हैव टू प्रेडिक्ट दिस फाइट, I think Nunes will just win and continue her streak, which is already a very good streak.
Yeah, maybe I also feel the same way. She's pretty much like I say, like she's reminiscent of Khabib in many ways. To be honest, like I said, like not the like I say, uska fighting style or anything, but like the relationship she has with her, dad and all. वो सब and like I say same thing, like she's also like I say uske roots, she's very like I say वैसे तो they're pretty different, but like I say this aspect of hers is pretty reminiscent of Khabib. वो बहुत ऐसा strong है like
in fact we can compare this also. Ronda Rousey का जब return हुआ था तो people were like अच्छा Ronda Rousey returning, पूरा focus was on Ronda का return. Nobody expected कि Nunes कुछ भी करेगी, which was a very very wrong thing. Because जैसे ही fight start हुआ, there was like ऐसे लगा कि Ronda Rousey had no chance of winning because कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा था उसका, striking नहीं चल रहा था, she was not able to take down. And
exactly
there was a very famous meme after that, head movement.
Head movement
कुछ कह रहा था head movement कुछ हुआ नहीं. And even Joe Rogan ने बोला कि she lit her up like a Christmas tree. Actually there is, I don't know ये कैसे ये अभी तक इतना पॉपुलर नहीं है सच, बिकॉज जो किया है अपने करियर में. हाँ
अरे बिकॉज वही है राइट, लाइक ऐसे लाइक काइंड ऑफ हील वाले पर्सनालिटीज सेल मोर in the fighting business, like I say, even if you like look at boxing and all, say Tyson, he's like well known for how terrifying he was, and like ऐसे उसका talk करने का तरीका भी like he was the bad guy ऐसे. Conor same thing. Ronda was pretty much the female Conor, and yeah same ऐसे only the passionate fans of the sport will ऐसा take a deeper dive into them.
And like someone mentioned कि जब से उसने रोंडा को हराया है, nobody actually seemed like tough competition. Maybe Cyborg वाला fight people thought कि अच्छा ये वाला बहुत अच्छा होगा, but that also ended in round 1. तो after that there is nothing to talk about. अगर किसने Cyborg को round 1 में हराया,
वही exactly.
Then who is like how difficult will Felicia be, right?
Cyborg का अगर किसी को Cyborg का नहीं मालूम है, famous words by Dana White. वो Dana White ही था ना? Wanderlei Silva in heels.
Yes. And it's like बहुत लोग ऐसा criticize भी करते हैं, but some people are like, but हाँ दिखती है तो दिखती है.
I don't know. I'm in it for the laughs. That's it.
Right. And actually अभी वही situation है. She's way too strong for her own good times.
Yeah.
Because सब लोग सोचते हैं कि this fight is तो हो गया, ये तो जीत जाएगी ये. Let's think about other fights, something like that. But let's see if Megan Anderson even gives her a bit of trouble. That's a very good accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
अभी division का भी बहुत uncertain है कि 145 कभी रहेगा आगे कि नहीं, because after this there is no contender to defend.
Exactly.
तो let's see. ये डेना कह रहा था कि he is keeping the division alive only because of Amanda. अगर Nunes by chance छोड़ देती है, रिटायर करती है या कुछ भी करती है, then Dana might just scrap the division altogether. It might be one of those things जहाँ पे new contenders ढूंढेंगे strong only for Amanda's sake, you know.
Yeah.
कि find us a challenger, world में ढूंढो and लेकर आओ like that. That will also be interesting. बहुत कम टाइम में ऐसा देखने को मिला है कि someone has dominated the division and then actually इससे पहले ऐसा सिचुएशन सिर्फ साइबॉर्ग के टाइम पे हुआ था जहाँ पे they didn't have good contenders to have title fights itself. And incidentally अभी नूनेस भी वही कर रही है. She's way too good. Let's see if Anderson shows that the division has some good potential or no. वैसे apart from these two fights, of course Adesanya का fight बहुत लोगों को पसंद है, but the fight I'm most excited for is Petr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. वैसे just ये fight के बारे में बोलूँगा तो I think it will be disservice. Let me just show you कि bantamweight division का top 5 ranking क्या है अभी. Bantamweight में अभी Petr Yan is the champ. उसके बाद Aljamain Sterling है number 1 contender. उसके बाद we have Cory Sandhagen जिसने अभी recently Frankie Edgar को in like some few seconds first strike flying knee से उसको knockout किया. Someone who I said कि is the prospect of the division for sure आगे जाके champ बने का potential है इसको. And there is Rob Font जिसने अभी recently Marlon Moraes को knockout किया. And not just top actually मैं सबको बोलता हूँ Cody Garbrandt है जिसको नहीं पता he was a former champ and one of the best performances in UFC. जैसे अभी Calvin Kattar versus Max Holloway हुआ था, he beat Dominic Cruz like that, you know. वो हर पंच को slip कर रहा था, style कर रहा था and still knockdown कर रहा था. And then we have Jose Aldo, then we have Marlon Moraes, Frankie Edgar, Pedro Munoz, all these people, and also we have TJ Dillashaw returning soon, very soon. And Dana White कह रहा है कि probably TJ Dillashaw will fight for number 1 contention against someone who also deserves the title fight at least. तो ये सुन के मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है probably it might be Cory Sandhagen. Most possibly because वैसे भी Cory Sandhagen कह रहा था कि इसको उसके साथ फाइट करना है. And right now अगर मैं डिवीजन के बारे में बोलूँ तो there is slight unfairness. Okay, Petr Yan को टाइटल फाइट मिला but lot of people thought कि Petr Yan को टाइटल फाइट नहीं मिलना चाहिए था. The guy he beat was Jose Aldo जो तभी रैंक नंबर 6 था and उसका only fight in the division was against Marlon Moraes जो हारा था. It was a split decision loss but the champ thought कि Aldo को जीतना चाहिए था वो fight, so he said कि he'll fight him. But eventually Henry Cejudo, the champ, retired. उसने बोला अच्छा मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड आ गई है, I just want to retire. Very weird, very crazy, and that's some way Petr Yan got into the title contention. Personally अगर मैं बोलूँ Aljamain का मैं just career wise एक बार चल के बताता हूँ. He was a very good fighter, but clearly उसका career में downfall was he got knocked out by Marlon Moraes in round 1, which was like a highlight KO. You can say it was not exactly intentional. वो उसको kick करना नहीं चाहता था सर पे. It was looking like more of a body shot. Aljamain went for a like क्या बोलते हैं tried a takedown या tried to escape something and he got hurt. And since then, if I had to talk about his career, I have noticed this like just अगर तुम लोग उसका fights में जाके देखोगे, just see उसका opponents का ranking क्या था, ठीक है? तो he beat Jimmy Rivera when Jimmy Rivera was ranked number 4, I believe. उसके बाद Pedro Munoz उसने fight किया when Pedro Munoz was ranked number 3 or something. Just saying, Aljamain was already ranked number 2 or 3, okay, in the division. And then he fought Cory Sandhagen when Aljamain was the number 1 contender and Cory was number 2 contender, number 3 or 4, something like that in the division. अगर मैं उसका बस करियर में रैंकिंग प्रोग्रेशन देखूं, इट्स लाइक हर फाइट में उसका एक रैंक बढ़ा है बस. ओके, he was number 5 or something, he beat a guy, went to number 4, beat a guy, went to number 3, beat a guy, went to number 1, beat a guy, went to number nowhere. Now he's getting the title shot, you know. So that is, you can say somewhere people have a feeling कि स्टर्लिंग को टाइटल फाइट बहुत पहले मिलना चाहिए था. Meanwhile, Peter Yan won a fight against a guy who was not exactly one number.
He
not even in the fight.
He basically won like fight against a legend. तो हो गया. He just got bumped up.
Actually, if I have to compare in that sense, Peter Yan is a legend killer kind of. Because
he's like वो anime character जो होता है ना, जो एकदम टाइम पे आ जाता है और takes out the most powerful guy, तो उसका respect बढ़ गया वैसा.
You can say that also. Randy Orton बोलने वाला था मैं actually, because मुझे याद है he was known for being a legend killer or something. एक ऐसा मुझे फाइट याद है जहाँ पे रैंडी ऑर्टन वाज फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट 3 old guys, all legends पहले का, एंड तीनों को ऐसे वो आयरन मैन मैच है ऐसा कुछ बना के रखा था उन्होंने, एंड उनको हरा दिया फाइनली. That's how I have an imagination of Peter Yan, because the fight which I actually like properly noticed him was against Uriah Faber, I think. And I was rooting for Uriah Faber. उसने just एक knockout किया था रिकी साइमन को, and it looked like someone like Uriah Faber का अगर हम बोलें तो डोमिनिक क्रूज का just next best guy था डिवीजन में एक टाइम पे. बहुत टाइम तक टाइटल फाइट्स मिला उसको, बहुत टाइटल फाइट्स मिला उसको, बट हर बार डोमिनिक क्रूज आ जाता था, डोमिनिक क्रूज उसको हरा देता था. समथिंग लाइक दैट हैपेंड इन हिज करियर. So I thought Uriah Faber is good enough to beat Peter Yan, and Peter Yan just outclassed him, if I have to say that. उसने ऐसे ऐसे स्ट्राइक्स मारे, ऐसे उसका ऑलमोस्ट नॉकआउट किया कि you felt sorry for Uriah Faber after that almost. Bro, कितना मार खा रहा है. And props to Uriah Faber, वो फिर भी नॉकआउट नहीं हुआ. He kind of went into a TKO, you can say. And that's maybe just his credentials. उसने एक टाइम पे ऑल्डो का लेग किक्स बहुत सारा खाया था, and still he was standing. उसका एक फोटो भी है जहाँ पे लेग पूरा डैमेज्ड है, and still he went to a decision. It's very difficult. Like leg kicks में हम we cannot say how long a fighter stays. Like हमने recently जैसे देखा कि कॉनर को कितना easily leg kicks के थ्रू डस्टिन ने हरा दिया. Sean O'Malley, for example, हारा था recently. A lot of fighters, which I remember, leg kicks are very dangerous after a point. And Aldo is a god of leg kicks, can say. Even Peter Yan के साथ, incidentally, Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo जो title fight हुआ था UFC 251 में, Aldo was looking very good, even like initially, because he was landing good strikes, he was landing very good kicks. Kicker Aldo was almost non-existent for a long time. Holloway fight में फॉर एग्जांपल नहीं कर रहा था वो किक्स, उसका कुछ लेग इशू था आई थिंक. बट टाइटल फाइट के लिए ही ब्रॉट इट. he even dropped Peter Yan once, not exactly रॉक नहीं किया बट गिरा Peter Yan लेग किक के थ्रू,
tripped him almost.
And it was a competitive fight, you can say. Aldo won a round or something. But Peter Yan was very consistent. He was consistently attacking, body strikes मार रहा था, head strikes मार रहा था, and after a point he actually broke Aldo, you can say, because round 4 में भी Aldo नीचे ground पे गया. He was kind of taking damage, trying to survive. And round 5 जब start हुआ, Peter Yan was like first strike ऐसा कुछ land किया, he dropped him on the ground. And then again, like I said, you felt sorry for Aldo because ref ने उसको stop ही नहीं किया for a long time. It went almost till end of the fight जाने वाला था ऐसा लग रहा था. And then referee decided, okay, Aldo can't continue and stopped it. So अगर मैं Peter Yan का career wise बोलूँ, I don't think I can complain much because he is almost undefeated. एक loss है उसके career में. That was also a decision, split decision. So one of the reasons mainly why he got a title fight was because he was almost undefeated, and he was from Russia, one of the markets of UFC जो वो target कर रहे हैं since Khabib got so famous. There is a sense कि Khabib का greatness now since he's retired it's missing. So Vienna is trying to fill that void kind of. Khamzat Chimaev ko bhi he pushed to fight Leon Edwards, number 3 ranked in the division. Jabki Khamzat was like his only win was against a lightweight who stepped up to fight in welterweight, which was Reese McKee करके. Okay, you will never see that kind of क्या बोलते हैं discrepancy ever. Even Conor double champ सब बाद में बना ना, first he got the title. Aldo को fight करने से पहले he had to fight Chad Mendes for interim title. Max Holloway को हराया, Dustin को हराया, Marcus Brimage, बहुत सारे लोगों को हराया. It was not like अच्छा ये बहुत अच्छा फाइटर है इसको इंटरम दे दो. It didn't happen ever. So somewhere you can say Russian होने का influence हो सकता है, but then as a fighter there are a lot of fans of Peter Yan also. बहुत लोग उसका एक ऐसा playlist है बना के रखते हैं, they ask to watch because boxer wise I think he's one of the greatest best boxers in the UFC at the time. At this time. And that's one of his main strengths also. Actually ये fight के बारे में if I have to say it's like a striker versus grappler in the highest of sense because Aljamain Sterling is very very good grappler. In fact उसने अभी recently एक proper wrestler को ही challenge किया था. Let me just pause here. मुझे इसका नाम ढूंढना था.
अच्छा, Quintet.
No, not grappling. It was wrestling.
Oh.
It was huge thing. ये जॉर्डन बरोज पता तुझे कौन है?
जॉर्डन बरोज हाँ मालूम है ना. He was American wrestler था ना वो, एक ओलंपियन. हाँ
वही. तो जॉर्डन बरोज उसने पूछा था कि जॉर्डन कुछ एडवाइस है क्या ऐसा. जॉर्डन बरोज सेड नो ब्रो तू तो पक्का हारेगा. ऑल द बेस्ट. Okay, and then he went to a decision. So Jordan was like, wow, very impressive. Next time I'll take, like, I appreciate your this thing करके ऐसा. It was someone Roman Bravo Young ऐसा. वो I think that guy's name was Roman Bravo Young. वो 3-time national champion है USA का. And I think like nobody was expecting him to be as competitive as he went. He lost on criteria or something. Like last में जो points नहीं, advantage से decide होता है कि कौन जीता. Almost a draw types. तो clearly Aljamain has been working on his wrestling a lot. उसका एक friend भी है Merab Dvalishvili करके.
Yeah.
He's having the record of most takedowns in the division. Not in the division, I think in the takedown frequency wise उसका best record है UFC में. Nobody does more takedowns than him currently at least, which is clearly like Merab Dvalishvili का अगर तू पूछेगा तो he says it's thanks to the training which he does with Aljamain Sterling. He's ranked number 12 by the way, Merab Dvalishvili in the division. And like अगर हम Aljamain का career भी overall ऐसे just देखें, he has some submissions like Cody Stamann को उसने knee bar किया है. It's more of like he mixes it well, but he's clearly a better grappler if you have to compare. Meanwhile, Peter Yan obviously Russian है, उसने sambo किया है पहले. उसका grappling credentials are good enough if you have to say, but उसका main strength is boxing. It's very clear. उसने Aldo को strikes से dominate करके, not just like Holloway ने तो at least we can say got him tired, cardio उसका ज़्यादा था, all those things. But Peter Yan properly like strike करके Aldo को भी time दिया to land his strikes or defended it well, all those things, and eventually defeated Aldo properly in striking, which is a very very good thing to say for a fighter. I don't think anyone stopped Aldo like that in his career, like apart from Holloway of course. So I think if I have to predict, let me give you this first. Who do you think wins this fight?
Hard to predict. I think I've seen enough of Peter Yan to see how much of a like threat he is. At the same time, I've had enough. I've actually watched more of Aljamain Sterling, and he's pretty well rounded. So it's isme I think Aljamain wins if he comes with a very bulletproof game plan. एकदम अच्छा, like not, it doesn't even have to be like ऐसा bulletproof, it can be a good game plan, he might win.
Right.
वैसे Peter Yan is still ऐसा थोड़ा he's a force to be reckoned with, तो ऐसा like ऐसे we can't take him lightly. That's what I'm saying. I think Aljamain wins if he's done proper, like ऐसे proper उसका training वगैरह अच्छे से हुआ है तो he'll win this.
Okay. If I have to predict for this fight, I have been a long time fan of Aljamain Sterling. In fact, जब से उसको title fight का इतना discrepancy हुआ, I became even more of a fan. Somewhere मेरा वो Tory sentiments trigger होता है ऐसे situation में. तो I am rooting for him to win. I think if he gets a good takedown initially, and if he gets an understanding of Peter Yan ka pace, then he will control the fight very well.
Yeah.
But I think it will be actually very competitive.
Yeah.
I don't have a feeling that one guy will dominate. I think both will be tested a bit, and I feel Sterling has been hungry for a long time, and I think a bantamweight mein you can say it will be a very good fight to remember. Let's hope for that at least, because I'm very excited to see a good fight between these two. I remember Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo जब हुआ था, I said कि Figueiredo जीतेगा, and then like just before that he had defeated Perez also, but I had to focus, point out कि it wouldn't be the same, it wouldn't be as one-sided. Brandon Moreno has all the skills to make it very competitive. I feel the same here. कि Peter Yan may have a good striking skills, he may edge it out, but it will be very competitive regardless. Like you will get to see a good fight, which you will like, is what I predict. Yeah, for prediction, I think Sterling by decision, which I think would be most likely for this fight. Let's see. Let's hope for a good one for this. Let's say Sterling has been saying a lot that he's very inspired by Khabib ka style. He's learning things from Khabib ka skill set. And interestingly, we'll get a very good comparison point during this fight card, because just before this fight, we have a very, very exciting lightweight prospects ka fight, which is Islam Makhachev versus Drew Dober. Islam Makhachev, जिनको अभी तक नहीं पता, is one of the closest friends of Khabib. बचपन से उसका दोस्त है. In fact, मुझे याद है डस्टिन पोरिये के साथ जब फाइट हुआ था, Islam fought someone called Davi Ramos, and Davi Ramos is one of the best BJJ grapplers. Davi Ramos has won ADCC World Championship, which is one of the biggest achievements you can have in Jiu-Jitsu. And Islam Makhachev still was able to control that person on the ground for all 3 rounds. And मुझे याद है प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस जब हुआ, खबीब brought his belt, उसने इस्लाम के सामने से रखा, and he said future champ, which is a major boost for any fighter. Like that's, imagine champion giving the belt and saying कि ये बंदा next होगा champ. I think Islam will be very hungry right now. It's his proving point. Actually उसका fight होने वाला था RDA के साथ under the same card with Khabib versus Gaethje, but then RDA को COVID related कुछ issues से he had to withdraw. Recently फिर RDA वापस इस्लाम के साथ fight होने वाला था, but Islam couldn't, had some injury or something, he couldn't, I'm not sure exactly वो timeline कैसे हुआ, but the fight fell through, and then RDA fought Felder, which was one of the interesting fights which happened recently. And then RDA is obviously now fight करने के बाद अभी he's not ready to fight again. So they found another contender to fight for Islam, which is Drew Dober. इनका actually fight होने वाला था 2016 में. It was set, but then that also fell through for some reason, and then it never was done again. And Drew Dober का अगर मैं record ऐसे बोलूँ तो उसका decent record ही है. उसने बिनेल डारिश से एक लॉस है उसके पास, बट उसके अलावा ही हैज वन लाइक 6 फाइट्स आउट ऑफ 7 टोटल फाइट्स. रिसेंटली 6 फाइट्स वो जीता है, एंड रिसेंट फाइट्स तीनों जिसका टीके था. ही हैज बीट नसरत हकपरास्त, अलेक्जेंडर हर्नांडेस. अलेक्जेंडर हर्नांडेस इज वन ऑफ द प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स इन द डिवीजन. एंड ऐसा लाइक इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट ड्रू डोबर एज सच, he is still upcoming. He's 32 in this. He's 32 right now, and one of the prospects. Islam is 29 right now, thoda young hai, and he's improving a lot. Clearly, like I remember, even अब like Khabib के dad बोल रहे थे, I think, कि pure wrestling में Islam might even beat Khabib also, which is very interesting of a compliment to give. Even probably Khabib acknowledges कि Islam is a force. It's not just ऐसे नहीं कि वो बस खुश करने के लिए उसको बोल रहा है कि फ्यूचर चैंप होगा. He legit believes कि फ्यूचर चैंप होने का पोटेंशियल है इस्लाम में. So that way, if I have to say, this fight will be very interesting to see. If Drew Dober beats Islam, he'll obviously get a lot of hype, because अभी Khabib भी है कैंप में. He's going to corner Islam for this fight. उसने बोला है. तो लाइक बहुत सारा आई बॉल्स था एक्चुअली. इवन ये एम्बेडेड होता है ना UFC का, तो लोग कह रहे थे कि कैमरा मैन ऐसा बोल रहा होगा इस्लाम फाइट कर रहा है, बीच में बोलेंगे अच्छा हट जा इस्लाम साइड जा. खबीब का कैमरा में ये नहीं आ रहा है ना, फोकस नहीं आ रहा. दैट माइट हैपन बिकॉज हबीब इज गिवन a lot of priority. Even embedded में जब खबीब आया तो इस्लाम का फिर फुटेज ही नहीं था for the whole thing. तो that thing in one way it will also benefit him. जब वो जीतेगा या कुछ तो people will say अच्छा nice, we have another guy who will root for from that section. All the Khabib fans will eventually turn out to be Islam fans also. So that is something he has to look out for. Let's see how this fight goes. ऐसे do you have any prediction?
नहीं, I don't think so. मेरे को like ऐसे ज़्यादा इतना following नहीं है इसका.
Okay. तो I think like Drew Dober is good, but अगर Islam is able to do his stuff, then he'll dominate. He'll win the fight very Islam like wrestling way. Khabib जैसे करता है वैसे करेगा. If he gets a submission or something, then it will be very interesting, because उसने बोला है he wants to finish this fight. Let's see क्या होता है. वैसे इसके अलावा we also have light heavyweight में two very good contenders. Ranking वैसे अगर मैं बोलूँ, Thiago Santos is ranked number 2 right now, and Alexander Rakic is ranked number 4 right now. And Thiago Santos recently Glover Teixeira के साथ फाइट किया था. That was his first fight after fighting John Jones. उसको लेग इंजरी बहुत खराब हुआ था, and रिकवरी में बहुत टाइम गया. Eventually he came back, and you can say like वो टाइम पे somewhere he was not in his best shape, because रिकवरी जस्ट हुआ था उसको ज़्यादा ट्रेनिंग पीरियड हुआ नहीं था. And that reflected because Glover Teixeira को उसने 2-3 बार नॉकडाउन किया, but later rounds जब किया तो Glover Teixeira was able to dominate him on the ground and got a TKO or a sub. I think it was a sub.
हाँ, submission था.
अच्छा. तो that was a very big setback. मतलब लोग सोच रहे थे कि Thiago Santos might be the next contender to fight for the title, but somewhere props to Glover Teixeira. Even at this age, he is able to win against upcoming contenders. And in fact, ये वाला जो कार्ड है, in case कुछ हो जाए, ये Adesanya और Blachowicz में से किसी एक को, then Glover Teixeira will fight. Like he's already weighed in as a replacement. In case कुछ happens, something happens. And अगर Adesanya को हम बोले, वो बोल रहा है कि he will go to middleweight to defend some more. but there is no clear contender there clearly. अगर सैंटोस वर्सेस अलेक्जेंडर रैकिच में किसी ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया, then he can be one of those contenders who can fight for the title. Of course, Glover Teixeira है clearly number one contender who deserves to fight for the title. I think अगर जॉन जोन्स को टाइम लगेगा, then Adesanya will go and fight Glover Teixeira next. Or Jan Blachowicz will fight Glover Teixeira. Whoever wins will fight Glover Teixeira next. बट उसके अलावा रैंकिंग्स में इट विल मेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस. थियागो सैंटोस का कमबैक फाइट है. अलेक्जेंडर रैकिच ऑब्वियसली अच्छे विन स्ट्रीक में है अभी. ही हैज लाइक आई बिलीव उसने जेमी मैनुओ का नॉकआउट किया था. उसके बाद जाके वोल्कानो ओस्टमेयर के साथ हारा था डिसीजन, स्प्लिट डिसीजन था लेकिन. एंड देन इवेंचुअली स्मिथ को हराया डिसीजन में रिसेंटली. इट्स अ डिसेंट करियर. लाइक उससे पहले भी उसका विन्स था बहुत सारा. अगर राकिच विन करता है, ही विल बी वन ऑफ दोस फाइटर्स हु विल नॉट हैव लॉस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ फाइट्स. नॉकआउट तो हुआ नहीं अभी तक यहाँ पे यूएफसी में, तो देयर इज अ चांस मे बी अगर कुछ हुआ तो दे माइट हैव ग्लोवर टेशेरा वर्सेस राकिच फॉर नंबर वन कंटेंडर. हु नोस, कुछ भी हो सकता है. whoever wins basically.
इसका ग्राफ भी थोड़ा अच्छा जा रहा है अभी राकिच का.
अगर सैंटोस जीतेगा then there is a confusion because ग्लोवर ने उसको जस्ट हराया था, तो obviously साइडलाइन हो जाएगा थोड़ा सा. अगर राकिच जीता तो वो टेंशन नहीं है because he has not lost to Glover Teixeira. He has not fought Adesanya or John Jones. Not lost to John Jones also. So he's like a fresh contender who has all the tool set necessary.
Yes.
So let's see. वैसे बहुत सारे fighters actually ये division जो है light heavyweight का slowly revive हो रहा है. You can say that. Because इनके अलावा we also have a lot of other fighters. If I have to mention a few. Jerry Prohaska करके है, who had just defeated Volkan Ozdemir in his debut fight. Volkan Ozdemir is the guy who defeated Alexander Rakic in UFC. इसके अलावा और किसी ने भी हराया नहीं है recently. तो that guy is a clear prospect जो लोग देख रहे हैं कि आगे जाके कुछ कर सकता है. And then there is also Magomed Ankalaev जो अभी recently जीता last card में. And prospects है बहुत अच्छा. We also have Jamahal Hill, Ryan Spann, Dominic Reyes तो है ही. Let's see. Division is slowly getting improved.
Yeah.
अगर 2-3 fights हो जाए तो I think there will be a lot more contenders in light heavyweight for easy to defend than in middleweight. That's for this main card. But there is one more fight which अगर हमने नहीं बोला, नहीं mention किया, then it will be a huge disservice because मेरे UFC के watch time में I have only watched एक fight of Dominic Cruz which was against Henry Cejudo. But Dominic Cruz का अगर हम overall career बोलें, you can still argue कि bantamweight में he is the greatest of all time. Because bantamweight के start से लेकर almost a decade तक Dominic Cruz was the champ. एक टाइम था जब TJ Dillashaw was able to get the title, but Dominic Cruz unfortunately उसका बहुत career में injuries था. But whenever he recovered, let's say TJ Dillashaw जब champ था, he recovered, he came back, he beat TJ Dillashaw to become champ again, and solidified his contention even more. There is a very famous statement जो Dominic Cruz ने बोला है कि ring rust is not real, ring rust is a myth. Okay. And there is no other fighter who it holds as much true because Dominic Cruz ने वो prove बार किया. उसने बहुत बार इंजरी से ले ऑफ में बहुत सालों के बाद आकर चैंपियंस को हराकर अपना नाम एस्टैब्लिश किया. एंड उसके अगर हम रिसेंट फाइट्स बोलें, डोमिनिक क्रूज अगर मैं बोलूँ तो गॉड कितना विन्स है यार इसके पास. बहुत है यार एक्चुअली. डोमिनिक क्रूज के करियर में देयर आर ओनली 3 लॉसेस अब तक.
Yeah.
Which is against एक तो यूरा फेवर था बहुत अर्ली, सबमिशन किया था उसने. दैट वाज व्हेन ही वाज इन WEC. फिर जब UFC में बैंटमवेट डिवीजन स्टार्ट हुआ तब से डोमिनिक क्रूज ही चैंप था. He even defeated the, you can say, flyweight goat in Demetrius Johnson at bantamweight. Demetrius Johnson, you can, like, एक साइड अगर हम बोले कि GSP goat है, तो then there is Silva, all those things, but Demetrius Johnson का record is almost parallel to them. You can't say कि वो कम है उन सबसे, because उसने उसके करियर में Cejudo loss भी उसका जो हुआ था, that was also split decision, जो लोगों को लगा he should have won that. And उसके अलावा he, as a champ, I don't think he lost ever. UFC का start से लेकर Dominic Cruz is the only guy he lost in UFC. उसके अलावा he won all his fights. Of course, Cejudo के अलावा.
He's winning even in one.
Yeah, actually अभी one championship के title fight में he's going to fight next. He won the Grand Prix वाला title, जो actual title है, that he will be facing on Singapore on April 7th. Let's see. I think he'll clearly win that also. Demetrius Johnson is one guy you don't feel कि अच्छा ये हारेगा क्या, ऐसा feeling ही नहीं आता तुम्हें. You feel कि he is perfect in everything. He treats his his fighting career like a game, ऐसा लगता है मुझे. He is a gamer and he talks about all his skills the same way कि हाँ यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा थका था तो I did this that. उसने इनफैक्ट उसका जो फ्लाइंग आर्म बार सबमिशन है, उसने बंदे को लिटरली लिफ्ट किया, नीचे गिराया, लेके सबमिट किया.
मिड फॉलिंग ही डिड द स्विच और वो पैर अंदर लेके आया था.
वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सबमिशंस एवर फॉर श्योर. एंड वो भी ऐसा टाइम था कमेंटेटर्स बोल रहे थे अच्छा 5th राउंड है, आई थिंक दिस विल गो टू अ डिसीजन. ही वाज लाइक नो, अभी मैं उठाता इसको, आई सबमिट हिम. So Dominic Cruz defeated that guy. He defeated TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, esports. He also wants to do esports or something. I think one championship, one जो है company, they're also looking into starting their own esports. Esports is basically gaming tournaments जो होते हैं.
Yeah.
Looking into it because they have Demetrius Johnson, who is an experienced gamer.
अच्छा. Possible, देखते हैं.
मैंने कहीं पढ़ा है, like I don't know if it's because Demetrius Johnson, but I read somewhere कि one is looking into having their own esports franchise or something, which is सही है, Asia market.
वैसे I think बहुत टाइम बाद Dominic Cruz prelims में फाइट करेगा, because I don't think उसके पूरे करियर में वो कभी प्रीलिम्स में फाइट किया भी था. लास्ट I don't remember कब किया था. Of course उसने किया होगा. तो that हमें ऐसा लगता है कि he should have been given main card में, but he says he likes this position. He wants to be the, like, not exactly the highlight of the card. He wants to be feeling competitor types, you know. And उसका जो opponent है, अगर मैं उसका ये resume अगर just compare करूँ, Casey Kenny, he has decent wins in UFC. Reebok को हराया, मैनी बर्म्यूडेज को हराया. एंड मैंने जो मेंशन किया था अल्जमेन का ट्रेनिंग पार्टनर मेराब द्वालेश्विली, उससे वो डिसीजन में हारा है. आई थिंक उसके अलावा सारे फाइट्स ही हैज वन, मोस्टली डिसीजंस, थोड़े सबमिशंस. इज अ डिसेंट स्ट्राइकर, इज वेल राउंडेड. अगर मैं ऐसे कुछ थ्रेट्स वाइज बोलूँ तो आई डोंट एग्जैक्टली फाइंड मच थ्रेट्स. लाइक आई फील कि डोमिनिक क्रूज माइट edge it out. I think it will go to a decision or something. That's my prediction actually. But let's see. Agar Casey Kenny gets a win against Dominic Cruz, it will be a huge thing, because Dominic Cruz just recently उसने वो bantamweight title fight के लिए fight किया था Cejudo के साथ. And at least it doesn't look like that कि Dominic Cruz अभी prime में नहीं है. It doesn't give a feeling yet. Even Cejudo वाला fight में it didn't feel like Cruz is old or something like that. It was just a quick knockout, quick TKO. So let's see. It will be very interesting to see. At least I feel कि बहुत honor है मुझे कि I am getting to see Dominic Cruz fight again. Some feeling has कि I didn't get to see this person fight much initially at least. Let's see क्या होता है. Do watch this fight. It will be in prelims का headliner. I think prelims will start at 6:30 AM here. and main card will be starting at 8:30 a.m. ये fight will be somewhere around 8 o'clock, you can say 8 a.m. को start हो सकता है ये fight. I think ये card के लिए that will be all. Any other fights which I remember? I think 2-3 fights हैं जो you will be interested if you want to watch later. Adesanya के साथ उसके teammates fight कर रहे हैं. Kai Kara France versus Rogerio Bontorin. Kai Kara France is a flyweight जो बहुत famous है. Adesanya का training partner भी है and बहुत अच्छा fighter भी है. बहुत decent fighter है. If you watch some of his fights, हर fight exciting होता है. तो you would like to watch it if you get time. And then there is one more guy. I think he'll be debuting. Carlos Ulberg. He's undefeated and one of the major training partners of Israel. His fight के लिए भी he was the main sparring partners. So that's in light heavyweight only. You can check it out. It will be very interesting to see how they show up because Adesanya is like Khabib. Like अगर मैं compare करूँ, Khabib जब भी fight करता है उसके साथ उसके friends, teammates सब fight करते हैं उस card में most of the time. उसका 242 में तो पूरा रशियंस ही इन्वॉल्व थे, बहुत सारे रशियन फाइट्स हैं एंड इवन इसमें बहुत हर कार्ड में थोड़े रशियंस इन्वॉल्व रहते हैं. सेम वे एडेसानिया के हर कार्ड में एटलीस्ट 3 फाइट्स थे जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया न्यूजीलैंड साइड के थे. उसके टीममेट्स थे. वोल्कानोव्स्की था या वोल्कानोव्स्की नहीं था, बाकी थे. काय कारा फ्रांस था, ब्रैड रिडेल करके है वो था. And every time there were like 3 wins from the City Kickboxing team. And this time also they are expecting कि they'll get a hat trick. They'll get all 3 wins. Let's see. These are all the fights for this card. Make sure to watch this card. I don't think ऐसा card वापस देखने को मिलेगा बहुत टाइम तक. अगर आपके कुछ predictions हैं, then drop it down in the comments. And let's hope for a fun one. मिलते हैं next week for Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. आज के लिए इतना ही. Enjoy the fights. Take care. Bye.